Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Friday, the 4th of July, 2025. So we're looking at the synoptic from yesterday at lunchtime, and what a cracking day it was. Some fantastic flights done, 750 kilometers plus, 800 plus, and it was just one of the best days for quite a long time. So well done to all those who've got their badge claims yesterday. And let's move on with today's forecast. So you can see as we go overnight that high pressure doesn't move very much. However, the fronts to the north have moved in a little bit. It's still going to be good in the southern half of England today, certainly to start with. And this ridge of high pressure is still building. If we take it through midnight tonight, you can see the ridge is still there. It's just been forced a little bit further south. Excuse me. But these fronts are coming in closer, and by tomorrow, we're going to have a cold front right over the top of us. As far as top cover is concerned, here's the sat pic from about 6:45 this morning through till about 8:45, and you can see there's a fair bit of cloud in the northern half of the country and even across Wales. And what looks like a little wave edge there is, there's a wave cap over what looks like the sort of long wind area. But that's going to slowly creep southwards and eastwards as the day goes on. As far as rain's concerned, there's nothing on the rain radar to affect us. And on the rain forecast, if we run that through, as the day goes on, we can see that there is showers into Ireland and eventually a bit of what looks like frontal rain coming across Wales, some of it quite heavy. And by about midnight tonight, it's going to be heading down our way, maybe into the early hours of the morning. We might get a little bit of light rain come through. The Odium Taff then, they're forecasting 250 degrees, 5 knots, greater than 10k visibility with few at 4,000 feet. And I've gone up winds to Middle Wallop. Their Taff is 280, 3 knots, cavalcade. Spot winds then to the north of us, look at the 2,000 foot wind, 240, 25 knots, 5,000 foot wind, 260, 30 knots. To the south of us, 2,000 foot wind, 270, 5 knots, 5,000, 290, 5 knots. And looking at windy, this is about 9 o'clock this morning. They're showing a very light southwesterly flow at 4 knots there. And if we take that through to about 8 o'clock tonight, it's still quite light and still southwesterly. So there's very little change in the wind all day. The Met Office forecast for this area, local forecast, is showing southwesterly winds 8, 9, maybe 10 knots throughout the day, maybe strengthening up a little bit more, another couple of knots towards the sort of early evening. But they're also showing it being blue right through until like 6 o'clock tonight. And the UV factor, if we look at the bottom, I'll just scroll it up the screen for you. You probably can't see it until it's up about there. We're looking at 6s and 7s throughout the sort of hottest parts of the day. GFS, hang on, we're still on Thursday here on GFS. That's not moved forward. Let's ignore that. That's not moved forward either. Locally, we have 18 degrees centigrade and about 12 degrees dew points. There's a 6-degree split there. So it should just be starting to get going in a little while. And looking at the picture from the south side camera, this is at 4 minutes past 9. Clear blue skies, bit of top cover, light sort of westerly wind, and moving on to sky sight, potential flight distance, nowhere near as good as yesterday, but still quite reasonable soaring conditions by the looks of it. If we take a cross section for the Lasham area, we're looking at some decent thermals, 4 to 5 knots in the best part of the day, up to about maybe 5 to 6,000 feet. So we need to watch out on the airspace there when we're soaring high locally. And if we go on to top meteo, the potential flight distance, again, not as good as yesterday, but still reasonably good. Sounded good enough for us at 3, 4, maybe even 500 Ks. And looking at their thermal prediction for heights, this is 9 o'clock in the morning, just starting to get going up to about 2,500 feet. And an hour later, we're up at 3,000 feet. And that's going to gradually increase throughout the day. And yeah, another good day. By about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we might be seeing a bit of a change of air mass here, looking at those numbers and the way they're sort of being greyed out. And as we carry on throughout the rest of the afternoon, it might become a little bit tricky for a while. But certainly it's going to go on to maybe 5, 6 o'clock, but by 7 o'clock tonight, completely dead. So if you're planning a long flight, make sure you're back well before 6. No times then. 29 is not applicable. That doesn't start until after dark. 30 Everly Delta 128 is active. Again, that's in the evening. Didn't get going until the evening. 31 is at Milk Hill. There's going to be paragliders there, and 37 is West Aylesbury. There's going to be paragliders there, and they're winching their paragliders. So yeah, just be aware of that if you're going up that way. So let's move on then to the local airfield briefing, and we'll start with the ODM cross section. And you can see it's blue through until about lunchtime, and then a few cumulus up at about 4,500 to 5,000 feet for the rest of the afternoon. The surface winds 240, 230, 10, 230, 10, gusting 18 by sort of late afternoon. So glider bookings then, there's 2 K21s on the courses. There's a K21 on booked flying with Malcolm. There's a K21 on the casual list. There's a K13 for trial license today. There's some single seat availability, and the simulator is available as per usual. Nobody on the casual list today, but that doesn't mean to say it's going to stay like that. Just a reminder about the wave camp in the autumn. If you want to go to a Boeing, it's between the 5th and 25th of October. You can book via the office. Week 1, I believe, is fully booked. Week 2 and 3 still has a few places. 2XL, there's no movements been suggested from them today, and the general situation is there's a high pressure reaching from the Azores with light westerly winds, as it was yesterday, and there's good soaring conditions expected today. We're on runway 27 with the cables on the south. If there is a grid, and there's maybe one glider out there already on the grid, 27 Grass North. Heavy gliders may use the runway and will be launched in turn, and please be ready when the cable of the tug arrives. Obviously don't land or taxi across the runways shown in red here. And the airfield setup for today is launch point vehicle on the south side, winching from the south on the grass, club area towing off the runway north side, and any grid launch will be, as I say, 27 Grass North. That's it from me today. Have a great day's flying. Have lots of fun. Please keep it safe. See you out there.